Well, hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Tonight we are on our way. We are live. Uh, we will be trying the Pokemon Charmander on the card here. This card here. Sketch card for my patron Skunk Girl. So I don't know what Charmander's powers are. Somehow I think he would breathe fire. With uh, Hey Elric, how are you? Sorry, no thing last night. My computer was down. Technical difficulties. So I am at season 4, episode 9. I gotta watch 10 on my computer and record it. Um, my one that got copyright claimed from My Hero Academia, I think, got settled because I was on that site today and seeing that it's up. That was episode 2 and 3 of season 2. However, they went and did a copyright claim on episode 7 video. Yesterday I was like, wait, it's 7:30. Where is Cross? And I saw your post. So I filed one for that, you know. And my copyright claim thing hasn't even been settled. My appeal for the copyright claim for the Full Metal Alchemist hasn't been settled yet. I've contacted YouTube and saying, "What the heck's going on?" Okay, now they're just being mean. Yeah, yeah. The one gets settled, and they go for another one. What do they think? I'm not going to fight it too? I definitely gotta get this stuff up. Find a way to get it up on my website. I just gotta figure out how to get the video to work. I might contact Pixel, see whether he's got half an hour or so to help me figure it out. The coding. Once I figure out the coding, though, I'll probably it'll probably be yeah, well, that was a copyright strike, not a claim. And I'm doing it the same way, no audio or whatever. You know, so it should technically work out the same way if YouTube would ever damn well review it. But if I can get my website up and going with it, no, that's what I was about to say. I probably end up my website gets up and going. The videos will probably be a little longer than the 7 minutes. I'll probably it's so it's is it Studio Boom or Funimation that gave you the strike? Because I like Studio Boom, but Funimation can take a long a short period. I'm not sure offhand. Here, let me bring up my other browser where I do that stuff in for that. Because I will be upset with Boom Studio, but not hate them. Yeah, of course. Let's see. Although they do have 20 days to, I guess, refute my my refute for the other one, for the one, and then view options. Although I might let you do it for free, but I might end up. Well, it says comment used, and it just shows Japanese lettering for My Hero Academia. Uh, block by owners, copyright. It's because of like 20 seconds worth of footage or 24 seconds worth of footage. Although I know I broke it up. There might be like half a second broken up on spots, but it's just because of how much I was talking during that damn thing. It says copyright owners Toko Company Limited for the one for just the other day. And I don't know the one about the one last week. I think I'm gonna redo this card. CD. It must be Sharusha then. The company that owns Shogun Jump, the magazine that publishes My Hero Academia. Yeah, yeah, same people, and that was content found, and that was like an 18-second segment. So so there's that. So Shusha is very protective of their flagship mangas. Well, I I guess this is a good thing, but it won't get me to stop watching it. Might get me to stop reviewing it, which might mean it will stop people for. Some people might not watch it because of that. True, but how far are you getting into season 4 of My Hero Academia? I just finished episode 9. I got to, but it did. But when they copyright claimed me, whoever it was, for Full Metal Alchemist, I haven't watched this another episode yet. So, but yeah, I'm at episode 9. I'm probably gonna be tomorrow or within the next couple days watching episode 10. I've decided every 5th episode, basically, I'm gonna do a thing on it. Except, I did see episode 1 and then I did episode 5. So, you know, I just figure I gotta do the first episode for sure. And hello, Five Flocks. And in other news, it's very much looking like I'm giving Indiegogo to the end of January. basically to, you know, come up with a fix towards my problem for my thing. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to be refunding everybody's money. And then I might do it. I got one or two ways I'm probably going to do it. I'm going to possibly go over to Kickstarter and start a campaign again there. Since I got everybody's email, put them that way. Either that or I'm going to go off my website and have everybody either do it via PayPal or e-transfer through an email. Although right now I am checking into Kickstarter to see. Well, the thing is, they want to do one method of payment, and that's not working. And the guy that is on my account at the moment doesn't like listening to me. I put in an extra ticket. Well, actually, in the last couple of days, I put in an extra ticket beyond what the one that I'm dealing with him, and he just triggered. The other day I told him everything's correct, all the info is correct. That I've given you, and he's like, okay, so since the information's correct, which they've already verified is correct, they're like, we're gonna trigger a disbursement. I'm like, don't trigger a disbursement. No information has changed. It's just gonna fail. And either he didn't read it, my thing in time, or he ignored it completely, even with reading it. And a disbursement was triggered tonight, which means he'll probably just ignore me for the next week and a half. Metal says, I'm having a hardware issue with why my wireless adapter on my computer, and I'm livid. Yeah, I can imagine that. So now he'll probably, like I said, ignore me for the next week or week and a half of anything I send to him, say to him. So, another week and a half gets wasted. I told him that tonight in an email. You've wasted a week or a week and a half. You're probably going to be ignoring me for the next week because you think something's going to happen that's not going to happen. But by the way you described the guy, he kind of sounds like he either doesn't care or is high or both. I don't know. I could go over every single thing here. You know, that's the thing. You know what? If I don't get the money, I'm gonna go over every single transaction between me and Indiegogo because of this. And I've basically told them, like already, you, I've told them if it's not this, if I don't get my money by the end of the July, I'm refunding all my backers' money. And I'm going to go somewhere else to crowdfund. Get help from people who've dealt with Indiegogo a lot, like Ethan or something. Yeah, well, unfortunately, getting Ethan's attention to help me deal with this would probably be hard. Because it's not like, yeah, I got on his show once for when he was doing the thing for people that one night or those couple nights. Is that a chubby chin? Yeah, I guess so. He's a chubby one. But yeah, it's a Charmander. Um, Skunk Girl wanted it for her thing. So. So it's not the best. Probably because I'm also dealing in a small card here. We got somebody here. Absolutely live it. I guess that's metal.
Hey, Rick. How you
Are
doing?
you going tonight, or are you going to be? Well, not. The question I guess I shouldn't ask whether you are going to be drawing. Are you going to be drawing so people can see?
No,
Is-
no.
Okay.
I have my gooseneck set up for the webcam. I don't feel like fiddling around to get it set back up for my phone.
Yeah, no problem. I just figured I'd ask.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me what, how to set things up here.
Well, I'm trying to get my older laptop working in the meantime. The one that runs really slow, but at least it connects to the network. So I can still scan pictures and send it to it.
Yeah.
Because I'd really hate for this thing to stop me from completing the comic that I've been working on that I'm more than halfway finished with at this point.
Yeah, that you're entering a contest in. Although I haven't been working on that, so I don't think I'd love to enter it, but I think it came in at a bad time, and I procrastinate too much, so
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to end up entering it. But it got me to create the character somewhat, Japanese Shield, and maybe I'll do something with him in the future, and I've got to figure out where. Well, especially when I create the Shield Corps, I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, so. Maybe I'll create that shortly after uh, the Buckler appears in my universe. Really take the Buckler off in my universe towards the Shield. With the Shield corpse forming. But although he's not wanting to be the sidekick or anything of Canadian Shield in my universe, so it does something but not the same thing.
Yeah. Regardless, both bucklers have a beef with the Shield.
Yeah. And Ulrich says hi again, and that he's on page 51.
I'm somewhere.
I might still write out the 55-page thing, and then maybe get somebody to, at some point, draw it up manga style. If I don't.
Well, you know, it didn't actually have to be 55 pages.
Yeah.
I sent you the rules. I don't know what Elric's been pushing, but it specifically says it's up to 55 pages.
Yeah, I guess because most everybody seems to be doing, well, of the people I know, seem to be doing 55 pages. I'm like, yeah, I got to do 55 pages too.
Oh, I'm using the full amount because I'm a long form writer, so I don't like being cramped.
Yeah, I don't really like being cramped either. You know, it is what it is for my comic books. But then again, I'm able to extend that. That's long form really because it's ongoing issues, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
You can break it up into chapters.
maybe one battle is, or one villain is one issue, but and then again, story arcs. I'm gonna eventually have a lot more story arcs and all that. I know. For for the comic book series. This is just, I guess really getting started. So whatever I'm able to do. Plus, you want, I think, in the first year or so, you do want to introduce. Hopefully, if it's going to be an ongoing series, you do want to introduce a lot of characters. That way, you have a lot of characters to work with. Eagle's here. Hey, Eagle.
It really depends on what you're doing, though, right? Because you can always,
Yeah.
especially in manga, go back and realize that they'll introduce like the core crew, but then most of the other characters come and go throughout the series.
Yeah, like there's My Hero Academia. Like there's 20 students, so they can go back and do stuff with other students, show their past for an episode or whatever for their motivation. From where the present is.
Yeah.
And then of course they keep introducing more and more characters, so they can do it more and more, as well as various whatever.
Well, it's like the story I'm writing right now. If it was long form, the core team would eventually end up being 6 people, but in this story, I only introduced 3.
Yeah. Let's see. Alwork says he's had 3 battles in his. Hard to fit, but it works. And he's saying hello to Eagle. Eagle did a something, some sort of emoji.
Eye roll.
I roll. So, so you got introduced to Overhaul already, Cross? Yes, I did. Actually, the one character I seem to like in the season 4 is what's his name? Fat Gum. Although the last episode I watched, he sort of changed. He's like skinny gum now. Cross, you weren't around when it happened, but people complained about Overhaul because he popped manga. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Rick, what do you mean by he popped manga? Or do you have any idea what he means by that term, Metal?
Magna.
Magna, whatever. Oh, he popped Magna.
I'm trying to remember. I remember a lot of the key points, but like I don't enjoy My Hero that much, so trying to remember every single detail is a strain for me.
Yeah, I understand. The chick with the giant magnetic weapon. Okay, I'm not sure who that is either. Bad.
Heresy. Man, I forgot how slow this other computer was. I started it up before I hopped on with you,
Yeah.
and it's only just now getting to the internet browser working.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, this is why I hated using this thing.
Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow or Saturday, I might be doing really better for doing stuff. She's the one with the sunglasses who hit Overhaul. Okay. I'll have to rewatch or whatever. I
Yeah.
think I remember her.
Yeah, Magni.
By pop, you mean when he hit her back? Or he hit her back? They complained? Well, she hit him first, right? Eagles, who's Overhaul? Overhaul is a character from My Hero Academia. One of the heroes. As in popped dead. Oh, he killed her? Okay. Was she a bad guy?
Well, I now I remember who this is after looking at a picture. Calling it a she is not exactly proper.
Maybe I should take a look. Magna from Overhaul or from My Hero
Yeah,
Academia.
Magne.
Magna from My Academia. I hate that I can't spell My Hero Academia. Okay, I can't seem to find her.
Are you spelling the name right?
Magna.
No, it's an E at the end. Elric spelled it wrong.
Oh.
It's Magne.
So it's N-E, not N-A?
Yeah.
That's a girl?
Well, not really. But she identifies as one.
I thought it was a guy. And any quick look, you would think that. So the fact that he popped her, killed her. Plus, they're bad guys. What do you expect?
Well, also, if you know how Overhaul works, right? And I remember this moment now after seeing the character. Overhaul has the ability to kind of undo what he did within a certain time frame. Basically, he could restore something that he damaged, but it took too long, so he wasn't able to bring Magne back to life.
Yeah. It's like they fought. They're villains. What do you expect? Villains are bad guys. Why do you expect villains to act like good guys? I thought we were talking like a hero versus some villain or whatever. Or maybe a hero versus, hero, but not, I don't know. I didn't realize the two characters, and I'm just remembering who. I knew I was introduced to Overhaul. I'm just remembering who Overhaul is. He's the head of the gang, if you will, not the League of Villains, but the gang, the mob, if you will. So there is Charmander for Skunk Girl. It's because she's trans, and trans is why people in the real world all got uppity. Oh well. He, she, whatever it is a bad guy. Bad guys fight, bad guys kill, bad guys. So, live with it.
Yeah, I mean, nobody was complaining when Vegeta just popped Nappa like a zit.
If you want these type of characters in there, that sort of stuff's gonna happen. It's like can't live with. You complain about the characters that are in there, and then you complain when they succumb to the world that they're in. But then again, they're probably just mad that the character was a bad guy to begin with and not a hero. Or says apparently her getting popped was wrong despite Overhaul defending himself. Yeah. It was fun. Albert says it was fun with the Bug Planet.
Oh no, this
right?
is a quote from Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He's like, "It was fun on that bug planet, right, Vegeta? Vegeta, Vegeta, Vegeta."
And Mallet's here and saying, "Where is everyone?" Well, I'm not sure where everyone is, but we got Elric here.
I've got good news and bad news.
We got Eagle here, I think. We got Metal up on the panel here. So do you want an invite, Mallet? That's about him bugging me this afternoon because I had given him a invite for high noon. Well, he was away while I was using this. Although I thought he was in one of the groups that I was posting, the thing in, so I thought I was inviting him. Apparently I wasn't.
No, he's on his way to bed.
Malin says, I'd rather complain about not getting one. Yeah, isn't that everybody? Complain about getting it, about not getting it when you get it.
Yeah,
Tarek
the
says, I
best
am
character.
hilarious. You will quote everything I say.
Yeah. Well, the best character in Dragon Ball Z Abridged is clearly Ghost Nappa, which is still just Nappa, but they liked him so much that they wrote him in as a ghost afterwards to plague Vegeta.
Okay, you say so.
Yeah. You should watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's entertaining. And it's over, so you literally can just watch it all the way through to the end of the Cell Saga. They're never
Yeah,
doing
unfortunately,
Boo.
eventually I gotta do stuff like that. Watch Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. The more Gundam Warrior, all those sort of mangas that everybody knows about. Not that everybody doesn't know
I think
about.
everybody knows about Dragon Ball at least. That's probably one of the most popular ones in the world.
Other ones that I'll have to watch is, Pokemon, a couple seasons
You don't
or
have to
something.
watch Pokemon. You could just skip Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know, instead watch the 4-part miniseries. So it's like 2 hours total of Pokemon Origins, which is way better than the entire Pokemon anime that aired when I was a kid.
Yeah, but it probably, as much as I hate it, and some other people might hate it, I should probably actually watch the more popular one,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, you should
probably the
watch
one that.
Death Note. It should be on that list. Or, oh, you know what's one you'd like? You should watch Big O, which is like, imagine Batman, right? But instead of Bruce Wayne suiting up as a lunatic bat running around fighting crime, instead, he has a giant limo that transforms into a giant robot that fights crime.
So I guess that's something I should watch too. That Spider-Man live action series from Japan.
Oh, and eventually you'll have to watch Sailor Moon.
Oh, technically I've watched Sailor Moon. I can't say I've watched it from the beginning, but my buddy used to watch it a lot, so I've watched a lot of episodes of it. I wouldn't know which ones offhand.
Yeah.
I didn't find it too bad.
Yeah, plus you're watching the I guess North American version, right? The English dub, where
Yeah.
they took all the gayness out of it.
Yeah. Howard says Batman mixed with Pacific Rim basically before
Yeah,
Pacific Rim existed.
that's a pretty good way of describing it. Too bad none of the Sailor Moon animes had ever gotten as far as the manga did. So most people don't even realize that Sailor Moon becomes this godlike, powerful being that could probably dunk Superman in a fight.
Where it says, unlike in the anime, two particular characters are not cousins.
Oh yeah, in Sailor Moon. They were actually
Yeah,
lovers.
Sailor Uranus and Venus or Neptune. Forget.
Yes, it was Uranus and Neptune.
Although she never went up her Uranus. Because, that would have been worse if they were guys sailing Uranus.
Well, here's the thing. Not them, but there was an entire group of bad Sailor Scouts, which were the Sailor Stars. And they were actually women in their scout form, which is their normal one, but they physically disguised themselves using magic to be men during the daytime. So they were like magically, physically men in their like disguises when they were at school, and that didn't fly with the people over here. So they kind of like edited the frames, gave them like ponytails and stuff, and made them look effeminate, like they were just like tomboys that became women when they transformed.
Yeah, I can see that. Gwen rolling on the floor laughing.
I actually have not seen Crystal, which is like the reboot where they follow the manga more closely, since after season 1. So I don't know if they changed anything in Crystal. I don't even know how far it's gone. Crystal was good. It was short. Like each season is compressed, so it doesn't drag on as long.
Eric says, "Wow, I didn't know that. I only saw a handful of episodes."
One of my favorite shows is getting a sequel soon.
Yeah,
That's
which one?
Inuyasha is getting a sequel. And it's going to be like in the future. And it's going to be about Sesshomaru's kids and Inuyasha's child. Which Sesshomaru was Inuyasha's older brother.
Howard says, "I know the creator of Sailor Moon married the creator of Hunter x Hunter."
You're not supposed to pronounce the X. For some reason. Apparently it's just Hunter x Hunter. I, because of the YouTuber Nuxtaku started me doing this, prefer to call it Hunter Squared. I think that's the proper name for this show. Because when you multiply something by itself, it becomes squared.
Yeah.
But he was actually the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho at the time that they got married. People just know him for Hunter x Hunter now.
Although there's something called Tubby, Tubi, that I can get that actually has Hunter. So I'm not sure how many of the seasons it's got or the full seasons or whatever. So
Yes,
I can
but
watch
we
that
will
on my big TV.
address him as his Lord Nuxanor.
Now, if that's the job, eventually when things hopefully change here in a week or so, I might use my laptop to record myself watching it. Bring my laptop out to the living room and watch it on the big screen. I might
Actually, I have to correct Elric. No, you will refer to him as Daddy Nux. That's how you refer to him. But that does sound like a good plan, bringing it up on your big screen.
No, well, just so I can watch it. You won't. Nobody will see it on.
Well, obviously, we're not going to see it. I'm just saying for you. I mean, that's the way to watch it. Anime is on the big screen.
Yeah. That's what and all the episodes that I'm not watching on for thing that I'm recording for My Hero Academia. I'm not watching on my big TV. 55-inch TV.
I was house sitting for one of my friends. Right, he lives off like in the not in the suburbs, but also not in the country, kind of like in those smaller towns in between. And he's off the beaten
Yeah,
path. Huge house because he's like a sergeant in a police department, and he has like this 80-inch TV in his living room.
yeah. I know somebody who. I've seen somebody I know that has one of those, and it's like, oh, I just drool.
Yeah, so I plugged my computer into it, and I was watching some movies and also rewatching Ranma 1/2 on it
Oh, yeah.
because I will never pass up the opportunity to rewatch Ranma 1/2. That's my favorite anime.
Yeah. I just gotta figure out how to block out the background behind me.
Yeah.
Put a green screen behind me. Not that it matters, not that anybody could tell anything by seeing behind me. It's probably just a mess.
Elric always likes to rewatch Erika 7.
Eureka 7?
It looks like Eureka, but trust me, it's pronounced Erika. That's another mech one.
Mm.
And yes, on your list has to be Furumetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because I think you started watching the original, but Brotherhood is the one that you should have been watching
Oh, for my hair, for thing.
for Full Metal.
Yeah.
Because the original is good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't actually follow the story of the manga. Like some things are the same, but they veer off the path, and the ending is 100% different. And they even
Yeah.
like change like some of the sins. The homunculus are reversed. They're one of them doesn't even technically exist. Brotherhood, other than the first episode, which was completely manufactured to kind of like show off what like a pilot to get you interested in the show. The rest of it is 100% the same as the manga, as close as possible.
Yeah. Well, if I redo watching and all that, if I start watching that again, especially if I get things up on my website, have different pages for different ones or whatever, I'll probably do that there. It makes more sense instead of going finishing the one. Just say, hey, yeah, I did this so much, and then I switched over to Brotherhood
Yeah.
because people said it'd be better too, or something to that effect. I don't know, or maybe I'll do both because I don't mind Full Metal Alchemist. I did like it, or do like it. Obviously, I don't like it quite as much as My Hero Academia.
Oh, that's why we need to get you watching One Punch Man. There's your real superhero fix right there.
Maybe when they catch up with My Hero Academia, which isn't that far away from being done,
Yeah.
caught up. I know there's more seasons to come, but I can watch other stuff in the meantime, right?
Yeah.
What color spider?
Oh, Nina.
Crush. Besides Nina, how far have you gotten in Full Metal Alchemist? Probably whatever you see in the last episode. I watched up on my channel is it, unless the last episode I put up was the one that got struck down. It's been a while since I can still go onto my back, into the back of my thing and find out exactly which episode got struck down. Heck, well, then again, I probably don't even need to do that. Go online. I got my. I could probably just go into my. Where I put all that stuff. He says One Punch Man is really good with seasons, but especially season one is the best due to the animation. How many seasons is there of One Punch Man?
There are 2 seasons right now. Both were done by different animation studios. They tried to make it look as close as possible, but you could tell that the first studio was just technically better than the second.
Uh,
Doesn't ruin the watching experience though. Like, it was still good. But if you're I don't know if you're looking to watch it in English only. Only the first season has been dubbed, to my knowledge. I don't think season 2 has been dubbed yet.
yeah. Well, then I'd probably be only watching season one because I hate reading.
Subtitles.
Yeah, I've got to pause it to read the subtitles, and I don't really like that.
Yeah.
Well, especially if I'm doing a reaction video. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. The Studio Madhouse, who are the ones that did the first season, are excellent animators. They also did the Hellsing series, especially Hellsing Unlimited, which was kind of like the season 2 was dubbed. It was on Toonami. I didn't know because I haven't caught up. But yeah, you can watch both then in English. But Hellsing Unlimited is like that show's equivalent to Brotherhood, where the first one really didn't follow the manga. So when they redid it, they followed the manga.
Yeah, there's a website that I'm for some of the episodes that I got for season 4 of My Hero Academia. I have to go to a website to watch them because I got them in Japanese. And then there's a couple episodes that I haven't got downloaded too because, or found, or however you want to say it. Because I haven't found episode 19 yet, so I can get it. So I'm going to have to go to a website I bookmarked to watch episode 19 from My Hero Academia. Ulrich says One Punch Man in season 2. Okay. So.
Oh, because he was disappointed with the animation, one of the favorite fights.
So maybe after I finish My Hero Academia, catch up with that. I'll do seasons 1 and 2 of One Punch
One
Man.
Punch. Then you want to talk about like hero variety? Because they also One Punch Man has like a hero association, and the way
Yeah.
there is a number one hero, but that's because Japan's a very hierarchical society, so everybody's always competing for that number one slot, no matter where they are. But this association doesn't really have schools or anything involved. It's pretty much all adults, but some kids are in it, and you can start from early age. It's completely competitive. You sign up. You have to do what is basically legalized vigilante work. You aren't a vigilante in the sense that you're not breaking the law, but you're being vigilant, and you have to go and you have to basically solve so many crimes or save so many people a week to keep your position in the organization until you hit a certain tier, right? So you'd be like a C tier hero, then a B tier, and so on and so forth. And they're trying
Yeah.
to raise up the ladder. And once you hit like B tier, you're kind of fine. Like you obviously still you're on call at that point. You still have to go out and you have to help people, but you don't have to like run around making sure that you meet your quota every single week.
Nighthawk was here. I'm not sure if he still is. Hello, Nighthawk. I am good. He says, "Hi, Elric. Wish I could stay, but shared this live stream out. Have a nice night and a great live stream." So, thank you, Nighthawk, for doing that. And that's about as much as I can say because he's not here.
Yeah.
Elric says One Punch Man has a crazy amount of heroes.
What's funny too is they have a huge diversity of heroes and powers and stuff like that, except when you get to S tier. And I think this was done intentionally as a joke, right? Because the S tier heroes are very widely known. You learn about some of them really early on in the show before you actually meet them. There's like one psychic at the very top, and like one or two tech dudes, but everybody else are my power involves me beating you up. And when you think about it, like, well, yeah, those are the type of heroes that probably would rise to the top realistically. If you have if you're super strong and fast and stuff and can just beat up the problem, it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Howard says Nighthawk is here. Nighthawk has left.
That's a typical Nighthawk.
Yeah, unless it's Gary Shipman's stream.
But we can't all be as special as Gary. We try, but it's large shoes to fill.
Very much so. Howard says, I love Metal Bat as a character and how he fights.
Yeah, he's a Bancho type character, so he's kind of like a like the Japanese equivalent of a greaser.
Okay.
And he has a bat. That's it. He has a metal bat, and he kind of fights in like a kendo style in a way, like you would with a katana, but very loose in the way that you'd expect a punk to. And he just like bops people, but he's like really fast and technical with it. So
he's sort of like Negan.
kind of, but more skilled.
Not quite as deranged.
Oh, definitely not as deranged. Especially this guy's a good guy straight from the bat, pun intended.
I was wondering with a name like Metal Bat. Okay, is he dresses up like a bat, but with a metal?
No,
like Iron Man, metal bat, or does he actually carry around a metal bat?
yeah, that's it. It's just a metal bat. Like he's got kind of like halfway between a thug and a baseball uniform. It's like he wears it very informally. And he's an adult, but he kind of looks like a student after school, and he carries around a metal bat that he bops people with.
Sounds interesting. Metal Bat meets Batman. That would probably be a funny story. Fly Fox is here. Hey, Fly Fox. How are you?
And one of the main characters you'd like him. You meet him very, very early on is Janos, and he's a cyborg.
Cool.
And he is trying to become the best hero he can be because he wants to get better. To basically, he's on a vengeance quest, and he's trying to find the robot hero or villain that caused his personal problem. And to get better, he sees Saitama, the One Punch Man, who at this point is completely unknown, right? Like he's running around doing things, but nobody knows who he is. He's not even part of the Hero Association at the beginning. And he sees this guy and he's like, let me become your disciple so I can learn how to become a better hero. Which is the dumbest reason because Saitama doesn't understand how anything he does works. It's great. You'll like it. There's a lot of comedy. And the world takes itself seriously, but the story doesn't. It's like the perfect balance between that stuff.
Yeah. Albert says Lafos loves Junos. 20 words or less, Metal.
Genos, he's a cyborg on a mission for vengeance. Meets Saitama, becomes disciple. Boom, done. I think that was like 16 words. I don't know. Maybe I went over.
We'll see. What's the actually counting or not? Because I wasn't.
Oh, I wasn't either. I was just spitting words out. Yeah, but you don't actually meet King until like season 2, so I don't want to get into King. That's you hear of him once, but he bails out. That's spoiler stuff. I would only talk about things that you learn within like the first couple episodes or so. I don't want to spoil the story for Cross. Wait, does Metal Bat show up in the first couple episodes? I know he shows up in the first volume, but I don't think they actually wrote him into the story until later. That might be borderline spoiler stuff. But he is kind of cool.
You're telling me about a character. You're not.
Yeah, not really story stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, King, I can't tell you about King without it being story stuff, so that I have to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't mind. You want to tell me about a character? Yeah, but.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm trying to be careful because some characters you could just describe them and it won't impact your enjoyment of the story or discovery. Some characters, like King specifically, you cannot describe without it ruining some of the story.
Yeah. I get that. Or says we won't talk about King right now. Well, if for sure if the anime is as good as you guys are talking about, I'm sure me doing episodes, watching stuff is gonna go very fast.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yeah, I might go watch it again.
Just because I'm already. How long ago did I start watching My Hero Academia? And I like it. In season 4 already. Now you guys aren't going to see the episodes. Would be watching it for, well, possibly a while. If I were to do it week by week, releasing. But once I figure out how to do this stuff get it on my web or on my whatchamacallit, on my website,
On your site, yeah.
you know, I might put everything up at once, and then actually I might do my stuff slightly differently as well too. Hey, John. I might if I'm putting it up on my site and not putting it up on, YouTube, I might include the sound at a lower volume of the whatchamacallit, the anime.
Yeah.
And I might just include the whole thing me watching. You get some parts that are boring or whatever. You can't make out what the freak I'm saying. But then again, that could be something for my Patreon too, although I might give it to a couple people for free, like Elric. Patreon, see the full thing. Dylan says that sounds like a terrible idea, Rick. But you do you.
And then he throws out a dab.
Then again, maybe I can just do one episode, put it up, and see what on my website and see what Elric and all that, the people watching it, how they like it. Worst thing they say is they don't like it, and then I go back to my other format. And Dylan says, "What's up, Elric? That's a fantastic buckler you did. It made me happy." Yeah, we were talking about that on my show on Twitch earlier today, Elric, when Dillard was there this morning. Elric, you definitely need to get over to Twitch to watch. You're missing stuff.
I miss stuff because I'm asleep.
In fact, did I bring it up? I don't know. Oh, that said, let me show something at the moment. Talking about the buckler. Give me a sec here. Painting for what John's painting that he's doing.
Oh yeah, that thing's coming out really good.
He got me in there, so
I saw that. He also got Cat and Shabby in there too.
yeah. But so there's me. Really funny looking face. So I thought I'd show that off. Cross, if I had cross, if it had cross, if it had, I dubbed. As far as I know, it doesn't. But if it does, watch
Okay,
Finland Saga.
I'm gonna translate this for you. if it had a dub, should be a comma. As far as I know, it doesn't. Should be another comma. Watch Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is available on Amazon Prime. If you happen to have it.
No, I don't.
But it's
have
really
it.
good. Yeah. It's really good. It's based Vinland. It's actually the same root from where the word Finland comes from, and it's supposed to be like the promised land for these people. It's a Scandinavian tale, and it's got really good character growth and good story progression. Highly recommended. But if you don't have Amazon Prime, there are other methods of watching it.
Yeah, I can't say that. So it has been dubbed, is what you're saying.
I don't know if the version on Prime is dubbed. I would assume so, but let's see.
And I said you did it already, Dillard. So Ulrich says, "Stupid autocorrect, stop making me misspell." Ulrich says, "When I
Yes.
watched it with my friend, it wasn't dubbed."
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and right now for audio languages, Amazon only has Japanese. It's English subtitles. So it'll eventually get dubbed. You could add that to the watch in the future list.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going by ear. Ear, I don't think is quite the right term, but we're about to finish up, obviously, to where they are in My Hero Academia. Probably sometime this week, next week, the latest. Rick, I hear you are downloading anime or things that are questionable. I'm going to be very disappointed. Why? You do know I can do that on my laptop and not something else. I've been reading manga Vinland Saga before it got to anime. I'm on volume 8 and it's got really good character development, top notch. Keep your work stuff for work. Yeah, well, that's what I plan on doing with something. Still got my laptop that I can use for other things. Right?
Yeah.
If I happen to get another computer that is way better than my laptop. I can still use my laptop for play and downloading stuff. Dillard says Scandinavian people are basically see-through.
And some of them are blue.
Boo.
Blue.
They will hate season 2 of Vinland Saga for the same thing, the woke crowd. Okay. Who will hate?
Oh, the people who hated Rise of the Shield Hero. That was his previous comment.
Oh.
Because there was
Yeah.
Rise of the Shield Hero attacked a lot of things that are going on right now, including the whole Me Too and false allegation thing.
Yeah. Hey, everything, any crime has to be investigated.
Yeah. That and they hated that best girl in the show is basically a slave.
People don't think crime should be investigated, then I don't know what to say. Blue people disgusting, says John.
Yeah, it happens. It's like there's certain genetics. I guess has something to do with the blood vessels or something. But when some people get so white, which happens in Scotland, Iceland, and many of the other up in Scandinavia, they basically the tint appears blue. Even a classic term up in Scotland called the Blue Scotsman.
Dillard asked what my favorite food is. I'm not sure. I'd say pizza, but just because it's easy, easy to go order and don't have to do anything.
Does beef stew count as a type of soup? If so, that's my answer.
Rick, what is the type? What is your type of woman? Looks only. Oh. Beautiful, good looking.
Cop out.
I know that can be
Could be anything.
objective. Well, I'll say it's not beef. In my opinion, a BBW is not beautiful.
Well, yeah. The problem is I don't believe in that term because that middle B means beautiful, and these things don't compute together.
Yeah, well, too. I have a friend, acquaintance. I'm not sure what to call him. He probably wouldn't call me a friend anymore, but that's beside the point. He's into that type of thing. So to him, they're beautiful. They're
Yeah.
people. I don't want to take anything away from them as people, but I don't find that attractive. So
Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so we're going to have to get a decent leveled party together to raid this monster because he shouldn't be hoarding all this beauty for himself.
he said, Dillard asked Elric what's his type. And Dillard says, Rick, you are BBW, though. No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Because I'm not a
you have to
woman.
flip that W upside down.
I'm big, and I'm a BHM. Big handsome man. And Elric says, straight up looks. Joe says, of course. Joe says, I don't know. Have you seen his hair? I don't care whether you've seen in my hair, but have you seen in between my legs? Not that you'd want to.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't ever have to see that. Huge tracts of land. That Monty Python reference there. Yeah, Elric just wants a 2D waifu.
Elric says, I'm kind of short face, huge chocolate, blonde or brown or dark hair, basically anime style woman. Wait.
He just wants Project Melody to step out of the screen and be his girlfriend. That's it. He used to say 2D over 3D.
I'm spoiled and loved by anime. Anime waifus. I'm a heretic, love it, love. Start and only fans of Rick. Project Melody. Just the love eyes.
Yeah, Project Melody's the best.
Okay, don't think I've heard this. Or I might. Is that from? Probably don't think it is, but from Pixels, the movie Pixels, where the guy falls.
No. Project Melody is a VTuber. Have you ever heard of a VTuber?
No.
It stands for virtual YouTuber, right? And what they do is there's a person that has like a mocap rig or whatever, and they are acting a CG character that's on the screen.
Okay.
And Project Melody is an e-girl who actually has done chatterbait videos, but she also does gaming. And she has like a whole backstory and everything, but she actually has a very interesting personality and is super funny.
Oh. Ulrich says she's a real person. I can't be the only person who wants to see every person I know naked. Yes, you are.
Well, he's probably not the only person. He's just the only person currently in this chat that does.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to see Elric naked. I don't want to see Dillard naked. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Metal naked. I don't want to see Eagle naked.
Well, not as long as I'm a guy. Who knows what the future might bring?
I don't think even if you transition to a woman, I'd want to see her.
Oh no, I would never transition. But again, who knows what the future might bring?
Let's see. And I definitely don't want to see Mallet naked either, although he's probably not here at the moment. Elric says the thought layer slayer of all in real life thoughts. Don't says like the Russian all girls gamer team. Ha ha ha.
You mean the one who couldn't even place at all? Yeah, but just remember, Elric, the waifus will never love you back.
Let's see. Elric says remember, Cross, there are plenty of waifus in culture. Okay, I forget exactly what the waifu is.
It's just the Japanese way of saying the English word wife. So
Okay.
if you find a girl attractive via either personality or looks, they refer to it as their waifu, and vice versa. If you find a man attractive, they call it their husbando.
Okay. So basically, any girl in anime that you would like to be your wife, they don't have to be married in the anime, right?
Yeah. They don't have to be married, though.
Okay.
That that's never stopped anybody.
Yeah, true. Especially cartoons and all that. I'm just, trying to clarify.
Wrap your head around it.
Well, I get the concept. There's lots of girls in cartoons, American in cartoons. There's a few in, I'll say, in My Hero Academia that I think are pretty cute. So,
Uraraka is best girl.
Dylan says, yeah, the ones who ended their professional careers like 0 to 34. Dylan said he wanted to see all that, especially people.
See, the problem, and I remember that team too. They weren't even the best girls that they could find, right? So even if they could find the best girls that there were and put them on a team, they would still have disadvantage against guys because guys have like faster twitch reflexes and reaction time and stuff than women do. But they did not even find the best girls to put on the team. It was kind of like one of those diversity pushes. So they got like these middling women that just got destroyed by all of these guys that have been like the top of their leagues. It was pretty funny. I mean, even if they found the best girls, they still wouldn't have done very well. They might have gotten a few wins, but the results would be too different.
At
least they would have tried.
Well, Dylan says, well, they are gamer girls, Elric. What do you expect? And Elric says, there was a very sad man in Japan who did make the news, who did marry his favorite anime waifu. Finally, someone who loved Oshoko as well.
Lashako, yeah, Uraraka.
Okay. I don't know how you marry cartoon character, but sure, if you say so.
And if you married a cartoon character, would all the other guys that claim her as their waifu, would she be cheating on you all the time? Like, how do you enforce this?
I have no idea. Although I don't even think I want to know. Miko, Mirako is my favorite waifu as well as Urka in My Hero Academia. Mirako, she's the one that can create objects from herself. Certainly like to be around while she's creating some of those objects. She opens up her costume a little in the front. Especially what she does in the current chapters in the manga. Well, it's true that women are technically slower to react than men, but isn't it also true that women are naturally better at planning ahead?
No,
That
I
has
think he was
been helping share
talking
with.
about Miruku, which is the rabbit girl.
He said, "No, you will meet Miradoriko soon in season 4." Okay, confusing characters. Not surprising. Those Japanese names just, sort of evade me at times.
Yeah, yeah. Sailor Mars is a respectable waifu, but Sailor Jupiter is better. Don't at me, dab. And to answer Dillard's question, you would think that women would be better at planning ahead, but in this case, they really aren't. In fact, the margin between skill of strategy games and fighting games between men and women, it's actually closer between them in fighting games than it is in strategy games. Like, women cannot compete at all at StarCraft. They just get dominated.
Yeah, because I guess their strategy is more apparent. You can do quicker strategies in for planning ahead. I'd say in the fighting games,
Yeah.
or the strategy of say I think StarCraft that's like an RPG, right?
Well, StarCraft is an RTS, which is a real-time strategy game, and you build up an army, and you have to basically multitask to tell your army to do different things at the same time. And that's why they have this word called APM, or actions per minute. And people who are playing StarCraft are constantly jumping around the map, hitting the quick keys and clicking, and they'll have up to like 1,000 actions per minute or something like that. And they're telling upwards of 50 to 100 units to do different things at the same time. You're talking
Okay.
about strategy and planning ahead. StarCraft is like the epitome of having to be able to plan ahead. And the gap is greatest in that game between men and women than any other game. But we're also talking about the top, right? The averages between men and women is actually not that different.
Yeah.
But because men tend to favor more than women in that regard, as you get towards the top, it just pulls further and further and further away.
Let's see. Chad Tierney says he likes Sailor.
Yeah, dude, Sailor Jupiter's the best. Makoto is best girl. Dab. Dillard can get his Minato out of here. Boom.
Ulrich says Maruko is like not rational. She's crazy. Dillard says, but Sailor Moon being all blonde and ditzy is best for girlfriend.
I like black hair and brown hair. I tend to just like women with dark hair, period.
Let's see, Ulrich says, depends on what race you play as, whether it's Zerg, Terrence, or Protoss.
And it's Terran, not Terrence. That was probably his autocorrect turning it into a name. Because Terran means Earth. They're basically from Earth. Terran. I believe even Marvel uses the word Terran where certain aliens refer to Earthlings. I think even what's his face, Yondu referred to Star-Lord as a Terran.
That sounded like a burn. You're lucky I don't speak weeb. It says Dillard. That's one with blonde hair for sailors.
Well, there are actually two sailors that have blonde hair. Both Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus have blonde hair.
Dillard made a top tier what food stream?
I would love to see Dillard live rank everybody's favorite waifus according to like his subjective opinion. Because even just the way he would explain the rank would just be hilarious. That should be a stream. Yes, Venus is the one in the orange.
I don't know what my favorite anime girl would be that I would like to marry or other stuff with.
Sailor Jupiter's definitely up there for me. She might actually even be the top.
And then again, I'm not familiar with all the anime girls out there, too, so guess that helps. It doesn't help for a while.
Sailor Jupiter would cook for you every single day. She sucks at it, but it's the thought that counts.
Not when I'm starving, it doesn't. So get out of the damn kitchen. I'm cooking. I don't care what you want to cook for me. I don't want to starve. You'll do better for me You'll do better for me if you don't cook for me every day. Let's find something else you can do for me every day instead of cook. Maybe you can cook it a different way.
Well, Sailor Moon has pigtails. The one with the straight, long blonde hair that goes down to like her back is Sailor Venus.
And she has no penis.
Well, hopefully. I would assume so. You want to deal with girls with penises, you have to go to the Sailor Stars.
Chad's rolling on the floor laughing. At what exactly? Because, there's a few things that been said that he can do that with.
By the end of the manga, all of the Sailor Stouts are strong enough that each one of them could destroy a universe. Except for Sailor Moon. She's even stronger.
So she's strong enough to destroy the universe.
Yeah, she is, but that's like an understatement. She's at least multiversal, if not outerversal. But she's basically a god. So. I'm just saying, Sailor Moon could solo Marvel. And I could prove it.
Delicious. Stop giving me things to Google while I'm in bed. Ulrich says soup would be a simp for her. Superman clarifies.
No, doesn't Superman prefer a woman with like black hair?
Well, Lois is technically brown haired.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is black. What is Lana Lang? I think Lana Lang is brown too.
Yeah, he just likes the dark hair. He's like me.
He likes brunettes.
Yeah, like anywhere from brunette to raven haired.
Although,
From that mid brown all the way to black.
what was the mermaid that he liked? What color was her hair? Lauren Mattis. He almost married her too. So when he was trapped under the sea or whatever, I'm not sure exactly.
Actually, don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember what she looked like. I'd have to look that up. But I'm on the slow computer, so it'd probably take me a year.
Yeah, and we've got like 6 minutes. I could probably look it up too.
Yeah. If my wireless card on the newer laptop wasn't being stupid, I could totally look it up in no time flat.
Chad says, prove it on Dillard's stream tomorrow, Metal.
Like mathematically, I don't think Diller would let me. He gets bored by stuff like that. Oh, you can try. I've got better things to do. Elric, he's like, oh, Metal. I got an idea. Let's get Nux, which is that YouTuber we were talking about before, to make the DC community angry. That Sailor Moon could make Superman simp for her. That's the guy. I would laugh if he did, but I've just got better things to do.
No. What you get to do is, what's the name of it? You get Death Battle to do a match between Superman and Sailor Moon.
Oh, they'd rig it. I know
You,
those guys.
they
They'd rig
would,
it.
yeah, I think you've told me before about them.
Yeah.
You think they would rig it in favor of
Oh
Superman?
yeah. Well, I mean, even look at their Superman versus Goku, right? Like, I could give you legit good arguments for why Superman beats Goku. It's a lot closer than they made it look. I guess I should give you some arguments for why Goku might be able to beat Superman, but it's more in Superman's favor than Goku. But theirs was so bad, and you even see a spot where the math is intentionally wrong, where instead of multiplying by 50, they multiplied by 5. The decimal point's in the wrong place, and then each of the multipliers after that point is based off of that instead. And it made him substantially weaker than he was supposed to be, even though their metrics were wrong in the first place. They would rig it and not give you the proper answer.
Let's see. Chad says I'm with Metal on Death Battle. Alex says Death Battle are for losers, especially the Gara versus Topa.
Toph from Avatar. It was a Earthbender versus the Sand Dude from Naruto. I wouldn't call them losers. I like the guys. I just don't like their show because they're intentionally being manipulative for the views. And their research sucks. It's getting better, honestly. It is getting better over time, but still horrible.
Well, you say they contract that out, so it's only as good as the people they contracted out to.
Yeah, like they don't do any of the research themselves. They have other people doing it, and I could do better research than that in my sleep, to be honest.
Okay, so no background yet. I can't really finish it off in 2 minutes here, but what do people think of Super Spider colored in? See whether I can zoom it out slightly.
It's very brown. But I guess a lot of spiders are brown, so it's fitting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a red and blue spider in my life.
Yeah. I think that's why I went with the colors. Gray and brown. Yeah, I did the red just for a little bit of standout.
Well, I've seen actual red spiders, but never like mixed with blue and stuff. There was for a while back on the porch of this place, there was this really nice red forest orb weaver that was just like perched in the corner by the door, and you'd see him come down and make his web every so often.
And she is a World War II, one of my World War II superheroes. So. Rick, you saw Superman build a PC? I'm not sure what you mean.
Superman built a PC. I would assume he'd be good at it because his brain moves faster than ours, so he'd be able to like figure out things better and just make a better computer, like more optimized than we could. No, it's not like Superman really needs to build a PC. Doesn't he have like a better computer than anything on Earth in the Fortress of Solitude?
Yeah, you would think.
But can it run Crisis? That's the real question.
And what's Crisis?
Crisis was an old PC video game from years ago, and honestly, any modern PC can run Crisis. But back then, it was like the running gag of the benchmark of whether your PC was good or not. You're like, yes, but can it run Crisis? So now people still use that as the joke. Like, they'll see
Okay.
a supercomputer, they're like, yes, but can that supercomputer run Crisis?
Timothy's here and he says, did he? And Chad says, Henry Cavill's building a PC. Cool.
Oh, okay. Guy who played
Uh,
Superman.
and it is just after midnight now. So we are done for the day. Or for
Midnight.
yesterday. We will be back, of course, at 10 tonight. Hopefully, as long as nothing goes wrong like it did last night and I wasn't here. We'll do the background for this, and I'm not sure what else we'll do. Maybe start coloring, digitally coloring another one. So thanks for Metal coming on, and thanks for everybody coming by in the chat, being here. Who knows what we'll have going on tomorrow? Might be something new, a couple of new things around, and we'll find out. So thanks everybody for coming by. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
Sayonara.
All right, one sec. Metal, you want to promote anything?
Yes, just, go to xdiamondchaos.com. It's the same thing I always plug, but it's what I'm working on, so I have a lot of stuff for you to enjoy. Go enjoy it.
Okay. So yeah, and go check out my links in the description. And again, thank you everybody for coming by. We'll catch you later. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful night, evening, or morning, whatever it might be for you.